Hello guys, this is an introduction video to me, a little bit about me and how Fully Scaled came about. So my name's Scott, I am the owner and creator of Fully Scaled in York. A little bit about me and how I got into reptiles is when I was a little lad, I basically had a fascination with anything moving, any animal. So they used to call me, because my name's Scott Bone, they used to call me Bugsy Bone because I collect spiders and woodlice and all sorts of things in the garden, bring them home from my mum, which she was really pleased about. And then obviously as I got a little bit older, I really wanted a snake. I really wanted a snake. And my mum said to me, you can dig a worm up and stick felt eyes on it, which wasn't the sort of snake that I was wanting. Obviously, when I turned 16 and I moved out of my family home, and I moved into a shared house, I got myself a snake. I wanted a snake, so I got myself a snake. And I was always fascinated by them, feeding them, never gets old, still don't get old now. And skipping forward a little bit, from there, a few years later I used to work away, and at the time I'd met my missus Natalie, and I was working away and she was pregnant with my son Jensen. And how this whole thing really sort of took off was she actually bought a rabbit. She never told me, and I phoned her up one day while I was away and she was huffing and puffing. I said, what are you doing? She says, I'm just moving this rabbit hutch. I said, what rabbit hutch? She said, oh, I bought a rabbit. So I went in a little bit of a mood with her, to be brutally honest with you. Anyway, when I came back on the weekend, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to get myself a pet and I'm not going to tell you what it is. So I looked about and I saw a leopard gecko and I bought it. Then I actually progressed from there and I looked into the genetics of reptiles. Bearing in mind I always had a fascination with reptiles, so I'd researched quite a lot of stuff anyway. And but the leopard geckos were a new thing for me, so I looked at the genetics of it, and then I started breeding, and I started making some very funky leopard geckos. So my missus obviously was still pregnant with my son. She literally just had my son, and I was working away, like I said, and it was tricky. I didn't want to miss my son's life, but this job came up in a reptile shop. It was a reptile and marine shop, so I applied for it and I got it. So I came back to York, and I got to watch my son growing up, and I got to work with reptiles, which was my dream. But the only issue with it was a massive wage cut to what I'd been used to. Anyway, I progressed, and I learned a lot. I learned a hell of a lot, but eventually that chapter sort of came to an end and I left. I went back decorating, and then this place basically come about. So how this place came about was a friend of mine used to have it as a tackle shop, and I used to go out with my mate quite a lot. We'd go fishing and stuff like that, and then he basically planted the seed and said, why don't you take this over? And I thought, you're crazy, you, I ain't got no money to do that. Anyway, he planted the seed, and the seed sort of kept growing and growing, and yeah, I borrowed a lot of money, a lot of help, and decided to do it, to make this place. So I had an image in my head, and I knew about this place about a year before I actually got the keys to the door. So I'd already planned the whole layout of the shop, and I built everything. I built everything with my dad and a couple of friends. So we built all the vivariums. Basically it worked out a bit cheaper for me, because I couldn't do it, stock everything, have all the dry goods and the animals and everything with, and pay for the vivariums to be built. So yeah, I had to prioritise and build the vivariums, which was the best thing I ever did because I built them exactly how I wanted them. And I remember looking at the shop afterwards, and it was exactly how I saw it in my head. So, and that's where it sort of started. The date of the shop got pushed back a couple of weeks because I was rushing around a little bit, but I eventually opened on the 12th of November 2022. And I'll be honest with you, it was slow to start with. It was very slow to start with. I think the first day was quite good, and then I came back. That was a Saturday, and then I came back on the Tuesday to open again, and I think I did £5 all day. It was crazy, and I started panicking a lot. But like anything worthwhile, you build a reputation, you get to know people, customers get to know you, and then they become loyal and support you, which is fantastic. So slowly but surely we're building and building and building a customer base and friendship as well. And yeah, we're slowly getting there. So this is a job that I absolutely love to do. It's also been quite stressful, to be really honest with you. I wasn't this great before I opened the shop, but everything happens for a reason. So that's basically the backstory of me and how I became a reptile shop owner, and how Fully Scaled was created. So what I want to do is I'm going to try and start doing videos like this. This is an introduction video, so it just basically tells you about the shop, a little bit about me, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing care videos. It's been on my mind for a long time. What I don't like about YouTube is it takes a long time to upload the videos. So what I'm trying to do with this is I'm going to do 10-minute videos, try and keep them 10-minute videos, and then I can upload it to TikTok. And I will upload it to YouTube as well for you YouTubers out there. I just think it's a lot easier on TikTok for myself personally. So hopefully that fills you in a little bit about myself, Scott, Fully Scaled, how it came about, and what I'm going to do is the care videos, like I said, and I will upload them every week hopefully. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Please follow, like, share, subscribe, and let's build this whole reptile community in a better way, a more positive way, I think. So there's already lots and lots of people that do great things in keeping reptiles, and there's a Responsible Reptile Keepers, which is brilliant. They really help with fighting the cause of keeping reptiles. So yeah, let's keep it up, guys. For now, I will say bye.